So Professor Liu is going to review your final exam. Let's start from your chapter 4. Okay, let's start from chapter 4. So at the chapter 4 here, let me ask you one question. So I will ask question here and see if you can answer. Is that okay? Let's see you can answer right here. But um, I am going to put the here. Let me put this away. Okay. So I'm going to ask you to see this one right now. Okay. See this one. Can anyone tell me? Can anyone tell me? Okay. So number one, number four, chapter 4 right now. Okay. So let me scroll it down right here so you can see these sheets. All right. So here. So hopefully you can see right now. So why? Okay. Number one question. Okay. Why in integer number one and integer number two is a private variable? Anyone can tell me why is a private variable? So they can be reused. Very good question. They can be reused. Can anyone tell me that in this variable we are using in two control? And which are the two control we use these variables? Can anyone tell me? Well, if I tell you form 1, because I saw it right here. I saw form 1. And also, did you see integer number 1 used in checkbox too? Is that right? So number 1, so they can reusable. They can use in multiple action. That's very good. I'm going to put down your answer and email you this answer. Is that okay? So this answer from Daniel and Albert, I like those answers. Very good, very good. I can see you'll become a good programmer and in the future. Okay, great. That's good question. So number two question I like to ask you right now. Like, so if you a variable, if you wanted to use in many places, can be reused. This variable, this is called access data type. The access data type need to declare as what? There are three kind, okay? Dim, okay, and private, and the other one is static. All right. So these are the three access. Access is how you get it. Who can get it? Okay. All right. So dim. So only inside the, like this is a dim. So it's a smallest access data type. So only inside this procedure can get this one. As soon as this variable go outside, then it's reset to 0. Private is the largest one. It's put outside any procedure. All right, so any control inside the form can use this variable. Okay. The thing is any, so that's a lot. So as a programmer, we always want to think to save the traffic. So sometimes if a variable, you want it to retain in the memory. So private can retain in the memory and accumulate. So retain the data. So remain in memory and retain the value. But static can do that too. The only thing is static stay is the local variable. It stay in your procedure, and which is will cause less traffic. So if you find out any variable you want to retain the in the memory, you want to remain in the memory, retain the value, you claim this is a static variable. Okay? All right. So let's do another question. Sorry. Another question right here. Oh, I haven't finished this question right here. So 3. Is that right? All right. So let me ask you one more time. If a variable you want it to be use it for every control, for all control. So this is one procedure. Every control is in all procedure. So this variable has to be which kind of data type. Okay. So let me write down. If a programmer needs a variable be used in all procedure. Did you hear my dog is barking? Her friend is coming. All right. In all procedure, the variable need to, sorry, let me squeeze over a little bit. Need to declare as which data type, which access data type. Okay. Can anyone answer that question, please? That would be private. Yes, Daniel, great job. Let me save this so I can email you. Is that okay? Sorry, let me look for my final review. All right, so let me continue. Sorry, okay, let me continue right now. All right, so now let's take a look here. Can anyone tell me? Can anyone tell me? Okay, and it's on the exam. All right, how do you create a random? Okay, so let me write down the question right now. How to create a random, and we're going to call this random object. Okay, and JEC, OBJEC. All right, and name as, okay, that's we call random gem. I'm going to call this random and your name. All right, so how do you do that? How do you do that? Anybody? Anybody, please? Anybody? Anybody? So how do you create a random object? Name random your name. So name random Kayvon Florence as new random. That's right. Good. So I copy this right now. It's okay. Good job. Albert, good, good, good. So very good. Okay. So I'm going to copy this one. First one is okay. Okay, everybody doing very good. All right. All right. So we're doing that right now. So next question is now now I'm going to coming back here right now, assuming my random object is called random gen. Okay, random gen. Okay, write the Visual Basic statement and to generate, all right, random number. Sorry, I have to. to generate random number. Alright, so between 1 to 50. Alright, so I want it to be 1 to 50. So I want to create a random number between 1 to 50. 1 to 50. Alright, so K1 answer already. So integer number equal random gem 1 to 51. Very good. Now you remember these K1, everybody remember it has to be the number beyond, because that's a border, not crossing 50. That's a 51 is the last number. Alright, so right here, can anyone explain to me right here, how do I get here in user's answer? So user put answer here. How do I put the user's answer to a variable? Is called integer user answer. How do I do that? How do I retrieve user's answer here? Is what? Try parse, right? Use try parse. Alright, so do you have any question on number 4? I'm going to move on to number 5 right now, because number 5 probably have more question. It's okay? Let me see. That's good. Okay, so I want to move on to number 5 now, because number 5 has more question. Is okay? So can you pay attention? Number 5. Let's go over this one more time. Okay, go over this on number 5. Okay, so let me ask you a question here. Okay, first of all, and so right here, okay, I have a group box. There's another group box. Basic another group box here too. All right. So first, I want to ask you. You probably, if you have Visual Basic right here, right now, can anyone tell me what's its group box name? What is the name for the group box for grade? Can anyone tell me? Can anyone tell me the name for the group box for the grade? For the grade, another one is for the operation, and another one is so for operation and for summary. All right, so all right, so I have a group summary right here, GRP summary. All right, so if you don't remember that, this is group grade, group operation. All right, so can I write the answer for you right now? Is GRP, and I believe that's grade, and that's GRP and operation, and GRP summary. All right, so we have that group. Okay, this is a group we don't need to take care of. All right, so let me ask you right here. So on the group, okay, they are two, what kind of button? It's called button. All right, on the group grade. Can anyone tell me what's that? Radio button. Radio button. So the radio button means you can only pick one. You cannot pick both. Is that okay? You cannot pick both. You can pick one. All right. So the operation, there are also two. So let me ask you a tricky question right now. If I have a two group box, 1, 2 group box. So what's the maximum radio button I can click? So let me put right here and tricky question. If the form has two group box, okay, and each two group boxes, my English, okay, and each has three radio button. So what is the maximum radio button user can click? 7? No. Remember, I have only two group box. I have two group box. Each one has three radio button. 7 is not right. 6 is not right. All right. So there are two group box. So think about this. There's a one group box, right? There's one group box. There are three radio button. How many radio button I can select from this gray group box? One. How many I can pick from here? I can have 30 here. I can pick one only. I can have 30. I can pick one. So how many is maxima? I did not say it correctly. What's the maximum group box you can click? This is at the same time, at one time. You understand? Yeah, one time. One is not correct either. Two. Great job. Two. Two. Albert, can you explain why it's two for everybody?
Because since you have two group boxes and radio buttons, you could only have one button clicked at a time. So since there's two
Yeah.
boxes, you could only have two clicked.
Perfect. Can you write it down on the chat room? So remember, the thing is on the radio button, you can only click one at one time. You can click another one time. So I can click grade 1 or grade 2, but one at a time. And operation, I can only choose addition or subtraction. So I can choose one from here. I can choose one from here. The maxima at one time is only two. Is only two. You understand? Okay. So what happened? I finished very, very fast on last Wednesday. So I have to remind you right here. There's a display summary. This is a checkbox. You can have many checkbox. So you can click several times. This one, we want to do the checkbox only to show you different way. All right. So show you different way so you can understand different way. So at this checkbox right here, if I check it, I show this group summary. If I, uncheck it, I don't show this. The reason is this is hiding from the student, from the grade student. It's only for teachers. So for the mothers, for parents. So when you finish, you click on, you click on this and see how many question answer correct, how many answer not correct. All right, do you understand? All right, so now we are going to continue right now. Is okay. So I understand we went very fast, but sort of this chapter is the thing is continue from your chapter 3 and 4. It's okay. So make sure you remember this thing here. All right. So number 1 here, I need you memorize. How do you declare a random object? You will see that for sure. Okay. Then second thing I need to memorize is here. If my addition is checked, so the student checked the addition, then the random number is a single digit. Okay, sorry, not single, just 1 to 10, not necessarily single digits. Okay, and if it's second grade, that will be double digits. So this is if and if. Then this is whenever it's white, yellow, it's on the exam. Okay, I hate to trick you. I want to give you a fair summary. So, can anyone tell me why? Can anyone tell me here why? Why do I need to swap number one and number two? Integer num one and integer num one and integer num two. Can anyone tell me why? Why do I need to swap? And in what condition? Okay, can anyone tell me that? Why do I need to swap integer number one and number two? Alright, good. Kids don't understand negative number. Alright, kids don't understand negative number. So you really need to swap, okay? Alright, so now because kids don't understand negative number, we swap. In what situation I need to swap? I don't need to swap everything. I don't need to swap all the time. I swap it whenever what? Can anyone tell me what two situations I need to swap? Alright, so you need to swap good, prevent negative. So up here, right here is if your number one, okay, if your number one smaller than number two. Number one is your subtraction is checked. So you are doing subtraction. So number one is subtraction is checked. Okay, condition one, subtraction is checked. Condition two, number one, first one is smaller than second one. All right, so first one is smaller than second one. All right, so this is the way you swap. When you swap, you must create. The way to swap is you must create swapping. Okay, during swap, you must use another variable to temporary variable to serve as a placeholder. You understand? Because if you don't serve as a placeholder and the number swapping, the both number will be identical. So which variable is the placeholder right now on your screen? Okay, so which variable is the placeholder right now? That's right, swap integer 10. Okay, so integer 10 is the placeholder. Okay, integer 10 is a placeholder. So it's serving as a placeholder for the variable to swap. Okay, now this is very tricky question right now. We create a generate and display integer function. Okay, we create that, and let me see, do I that at the very beginning? We create where's that? We create a I need to write it down. That where's the thing go? All right, so we create a variable. We create a variable. It's called generate and display integer. So this is the first time. Okay, so in this project, okay, programmer create a private a sub, and it's called generate and display integers. That's sub. Okay, and please let me know why the creating sub is necessary in this project. Can anyone tell me why the creating sub is necessary in this project right now? So notice right here, while you're thinking here, you see the sub here, the sub call random number. Okay, so the sub call random number generate random number, and if the first number is smaller and swap, then your sub do this way is put the random number we generate and display on the LBL1 number. So sub does this. So your sub would create two random number and will display on LBL num1 and LBL num2. All right. So you have to think about it. Why we need to do that? Because can anybody take a look at this screen here and tell me how many objects actually need this? If I click on grade 1, do I need these two numbers display a random number? Yes or no? Yes or no? Yes. All right. If I click on grade 2, do I need these two numbers appear? Yes. How about if I click on addition and subtraction? So how many places right now? 1 and 2 and 3 and 4. Is that right? Right? And when I check answer, right? So multiple places need to do this. Remember, we want to reuse. We want to reuse. Is that right? So like your chapter 4, we put it in the global variable public because there are two objects need to use it. Okay, because that's only variable right here. It's just one line. Look, this procedure is very long. So that causes a lot of traffic. So do you want to put those traffic in every single one of them? Or you put a private variable, private sub here. And later on, you just do one variable call generate and display integer. One line to replace entire lines right here. You see right here, generate blah blah blah. So here the reason is reuse. Reuse reuse the code. Is that right? And then you want to reuse them, and this one you can reduce the traffic. Okay. The time and the traffic. Okay. So that's why you want it to be in sub. One more time. Once I put in sub right here, I'm gonna sub right here. So when these use that, I only need to say call. All right, I only need to say call. So let me ask you right now. So I have a sub right now. I have a sub. So a sub name okay, generate these, name these. Okay. Is generate by programmer. All right, so your random number right here, your random number grade 1 radio Okay, radio addition, need to use the uh the the sub, the private sub. Okay, so write the statement to evoke the private sub. All right, so I also want you to learn the computer way to say evoke. So my radio button, my radio addition. So you click on my radio addition. Once you click a radio addition, you actually want to use the code inside that sub called generate and display integer. So, but I don't want to put right here. I don't want to put right here. If I put right here, there's a coding, there's traffic. So instead of, I'm going to use that sub, okay? But instead of copy paste the code right here, instead of how should I use the same statement, but use one line? Can anyone write it for me, please? Hmm? And why everybody say yes? Can you write it for me here? So what's a statement? What's a statement you need to write it? What's a statement? All right, look at number 12. Can you write a statement? Can you write a statement? A visual basic statement to evoke the private sub. Anybody? That's why, Herbert. That's why. Okay? Call, generate, and display integer. That's right. Thank you. Yes. All right. That's right. Thank you very much. All right. So notice you when you click on radio button, and for this we process radio button. We already did it is for both addition and subtraction. All right. Sorry, for both grade, first grade and second grade. And let's take a look here. When I do addition, when I click on addition, and I put my image become plus. All right, so right here, so there, this one is a picture, okay? It's called pick operator, and these are hidden. This called pick plus, this called pick minus, this called pick happy, this called pick neutral. So when I click on addition and pick plus goes to here. When I click on subtraction, pick minus comes here. All right, so that's coming back right here one more time. Okay, so when I click on addition, pick plus image goes to pick operator. Then I am going to call generate. Instead of copy the entire line here, I do the same thing right here. I call generate and display integer, because everything I do, I need the sub generate and display integer to generate two random number and display on the form. Let's check the subtraction right now. When I click on user, click on subtraction, so the minus sign goes to that operator. Then I also need to call generate and display integer. So look, many times I need to call. I already saw 3 times. I need to call 4 times. Is that right? So instead of copy all the code, let's have a private sub. And that's what you want you to learn at this semester. Okay? Now, very, very important is this. Okay? All right. So, so sometimes we can we can do some work for the user. So it's called, they are default, okay? Some um um some function, okay? Let me put like this. Some button can be opened by the programmer, okay? When user open the application. So that means we can only do one, okay? So let me see, well, okay, and let me say the button is open defaultly by open by the programmer. From the form log. All right. So add this program right here. Add this program here. Okay. Add this program. So add this program when the kids open it. When the kids open this program, the gray one. Let me double check. Yeah. No, sorry. When the kids open this one here. When the kids open this one here. This one I use default. When kids open this one, the addition already checked. Okay, so the button, then this we put the default. Okay, but this when user, because when default you can only do one, and this one I want to do a form log. When the user, when the student open this form already, addition already been checked. All right, so let me write down here. Write the Visual Basic to click the addition radio button for the user, okay, in the form log. Okay, can you do that right now? So when the user open this one, when the user open this application, the form log will click the addition, for the user. Okay, let me see who can write that one for me. That one is tricky. Anybody? Okay. Anybody? Let me wait. Let me wait for you to think about it. So when I open this form, what statement will allow the programmer to click the addition for the user already? Okay? And in the form log. Think about it. Nobody? If I scroll here, hopefully somebody can think about something. Kevin, that's correct. Yes. Yes, Elijah. Yeah. Radio addition set as a default. That's a good idea too, but we already okay. We already set grade 1 as default. All right. So let me write down here right now. Okay. Good idea for Elijah. Good idea. But the thing is right here, if you notice when you started, grade 1 was checked. Addition was checked. Because grade 1 was set as default. How many default you can set? Uno. 1. Alright? So this already set as a default. This cannot be set as default. So luckily, we can go to form low to say, let form low click for you. So let form low click for you. So right here in the form low, radio addition dot perform click. So form low is click on that for you. Now, gentlemen, you are only do a simple program. In the future, you do a large more here. I will teach you. But this, we teach you this way. Okay. So when you button check here, when you check the button here, and we are going to select case here. So if you select addition, I add these two number. That's the integer correct answer. If you select subtraction, I do some minus. That's common sense. Is that right? Will be on the test. Okay? So I ask you, how do you do this? Then continue right here. Continue right here. So if the kids, so let me come back right here. Let me come back right here. All right? So when I have two number here, then user put answer here. And I click on check answer. If kids is correct, there are some action happen. Let me explain what action will happen. If kids click and that's correct, I show the happy face and integer correct response plus 1. You don't see that yet. Correct response plus 1. Alright? If the user click mistake, that's wrong. And you show neutral face, the integer incorrect response plus 1. Incorrect response plus 1. So you have something right there until you display summary. So let's continue right here. Let's continue right here. So we do this right here. Okay? So when the user click correct, all right, so user's answer equal to correct answer. Oh, that show the happy face. This will be on exam because you don't see on the form, but as a programmer, you accumulate integer correct response plus 1. All right, then you're going to clear the answer box. Then you call generate and display integer again to show the next set of question for the kids. If the kids answer wrong, we show neutral face. Then the incorrect response plus 1. So you have accumulator. You have a something to show the teachers. You also show a message box. Show here, say, try again. The title is called Math Practice, and okay, and information. Okay, you also ask the user go back to the text answer. Select all means it's ready for them to delete. Select all is ready for the kids to delete. You see on the internet, you see it's select all, so allows you to delete back and easily. Okay. So then we are going to put our correct response into the correct box. Integer incorrect, put the incorrect box, but it was hiding. Even though you put in the box, the user don't see it until the teacher or parents or an adult coming to say, let me see, how did you do? So click on the checkbox, and this time my group summary will be true. All right, how do you show group summary? It's on the test. So let me ask you here right now. How does a teacher or a parent check the student's progress for the math summary, math tutorial project? All right, so that means this is a tutorial project, right? So you let the kids do it for 20 minutes. How do you check? How do you check how they do? How do you check how they do? How many correct, how many wrong? How do you check it? Anybody? Herbert, yes. Check summary. Yes. All right, check the so tell me what happened when you check the tell me what happened when what what will show when a teacher check the check summary. What will show? Can you tell me what will show? No. Yeah, true. Correct and incorrect user response will show. But yes, the group summary. Yes. The group summary will show. Right? Yes. But what are on the group summary? What are the group summary? And that will be Gabor's answer. Is that right?
Mm-hmm.
What are on the group summary? Can you tell me? All right. Can I mute you, please? Okay, cause I hear static. Sorry. All right. So can you tell me? Can you tell me right now? Can you tell me correct and incorrect response? Is that right? Let me go back right here. All right. So when I check here, all right, if I separate these, okay, when you check and you open this and open that, that's more traffic. Is that right? So you can do this. You can do this and you hide these. Is that right? So these are hidden. And so an entire group summary. Come here. That's why I want to teach you become a smart programmer. Do you understand? You put right there and it doesn't show its group summary was invisible. Now when you check it, group summary is visible. Otherwise invisible. Do you understand? So that way you can control only one. All right. So now I complete the review. Now I complete the review, and